Okay, so this right here is a follow-up to our first part of the lesson when we found fractions of 480. So the big bicycle race we know is a 480-mile long ride, and we're going to use fraction bars, which we're going to draw, to figure out how much each person completed. So we did these earlier. We found out that 1/6 of 480, we drew a bar. We thought that the whole would be worth 480. We wanted to find out what 1/6 of means multiply. 1/6 times 480, or 1/6 of 480, by breaking 480 miles into sixths. And then we figured, what is 1/6 of 480 by breaking 480 into sixths? Thinking of 480 divided by 6, we found out that 6 goes into 480 80 times. So each of these 6 boxes, when you add them all together, would give you 480. 80, 160, 240, and so on. So 1/6 of 480 is 80. And we did the other ones earlier. We found out that 1/10 of 480 was 48. We found out that 1/8 of 480 was 60, because 60 times 8 is 480. We'll clear that up. Would you look at that? They had fraction bars here for us the whole time. And we could have broken these bars, pretending that this is 480. And we could have broken it up half. And each sixth would be worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1/6 of 480 we knew was 80. We could have drawn it this way. Here for question 2, this is different fractions of 480. So 1/3 of 400. So hold on. So Nora did 1/3 of 480. So let's pretend this is 480 miles. We're going to break that into thirds. We'll do the best we can. That looks like it's into thirds. 1/3 of 480. If I took 480 and divided it 3 ways, let's think here. Divided 3 ways. Well, if you don't know 480 divided by 3, no fear. Let's think of what we do know. We probably know that 3 times 100, that's 300. Let's see what's left over after we took 3 times 100. 180. I know 3 times 6 is 18, so 3 times 60 has to be 180. There's nothing left over. So 103s plus 63s altogether gives me 480. So each third of 480 is 160. So 1/3 of 480 has to be 160. 2/3 would be 160 plus another 160. That's 320. 3/3 is the whole thing. Let's look at Stuart, who did 3/10. So let's think about this. I'm going to do the best I can. Half. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's the best I could do to make them even tenths. We knew that 1/10 of 480 was 48, because 480 divided by 10 is 48. So 3/10, every tenth is 48 miles. So 3/10 is this amount right here. 48 3 times. Or 48 plus 48 plus 48. 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. 144. Since 1/10 of 480 is 48, 3/10 of 480 is 144. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10. 144 miles is how much Stuart traveled. We know 1/4 of 480. We did that on the Ed puzzle. We found that 1/4 of 48 was 12, so 1/4 of 480 would have to be 120. Let's go to the next page. And these are a little bit trickier. I'm going to get you started on it, and then I want to see if you can finish. This one will be tricky, but you can do it. You can divide. I believe in you. So here, Nora did 5/6 of 480. We want to find out what 1/6 of 480 is, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a little bit bigger than the other 6, but I'm doing my best. We want to find out what 1/6 of 480 is. Once you've done that, and you find out what 1/6 is, then you can find out what 5 of those sixths are equal to. It's going to be more than half because 3/6 is half. So 5/6 is going to be closer to 480 than it is 240. Figure out what 1/10 of 480 is, and then find out what 7 of those tenths would be altogether. That's how much Stuart traveled. And Margaret did 9/16. Find out what 1/16 of 480 is. And then once you figure that out, determine how much 9/16 would be. 9 out of 16 is a little bit more than 1/2. 8/16 is 1/2. So Margaret should ride a little bit more than half of 480 because 9/16 is a little bit more than half. Okay, guys, do your best to complete, find out how much Nora, Stuart, and Margaret completed. And I can't wait to see how well you do. Do your best.